What's going on, Blues? Welcome back to Life as an Evertonian. And this is our final summary of the massive monster 3 points, the big win at Villa Park yesterday, a 4:30 kickoff where Everton came away with a 1-0 win. Tieno Barry with a cute finish to take the opportunity, Blues. We was probing in the game. We were so strong defensively. We retained possession really well. We worked the wide areas good. We stopped Villa from playing in the centre of the park. We forced them out wide. It was a masterstroke, David Moyes, and it was for the football club as a whole because we have struggled. The Hill Dickinson Stadium, we've struggled over this past week. It's been a tough period since Njai's gone off to the AFCON and Idrissa gone again. A huge congratulations to them. What a game that were last night. I've never seen anything like it. And then do you know what? I think something like that was always going to happen. I think it was brewing to happen. And at least the game got to conclude. And for me, Senegal really deserved to win that tournament. So, amazing. We've got Iliman Ndiaye there, 2019, playing literally Sunday League football, non-league football. And now he's gone on to win the AFCON Cup, and Idrissa Gana Gueye has won it twice. So, congratulations to them. But we've struggled in this period, Blues. Not only that, we've had the suspensions, Michael Keane, we've had sustained injuries as well, in Keane and Dewsbury Hall. Some of the players have come in periods and games, and they've not hit the ground running. They've let themselves down. But yesterday, man for man, every player on that pitch, I'm happy for every single individual, every single player. Nathan Patterson has been plagued with injuries through his Everton tenure. It's not been able to materialise for him. He's not been able to build any sort of momentum and find his way into this Everton team. But boy, if this lad can stay fit, the balance of this Everton team just improves massively by having a right back at right back. It's amazing to see Jake O'Brien playing in that centre half position. We see the qualities of Jake being a centre half. Unfairly had a goal ruled offside. He wasn't. Harrison Armstrong was. But listen, I think it's harsh. I think that rule needs to be really looked at because I think what frustrated me is I've seen goals given, with other teams. And, I'm not here throwing in I'm not throwing in the rattle. I'm not chucking out my toys here in the pram, but listen, I've seen goals given for something similar, and we will. By the end of the season, we will. And that's what frustrated me. For me, it was a perfectly good goal. You could say Jimmy Garner was lucky to stay on the pitch. It was a push, but, he got away with it. And with that lad, I've said it in the content yesterday, and I'll say it again today. I'm going to say it like this: on the 19th of the 1st, 2026, that lad is going to the World Cup. Tuchel were there again yesterday. Obviously, he's going to be there looking at Morgan Rogers as well. But Jimmy, he ran that game, and he's stepping up in a captain capacity, doing everything on the pitch that needs to be done in tackles, ball distribution, picking up the ball from the centre half, finding them forward passes, a lot of running, set pieces, everything. He just needs to add a few more goals to his game and a few more assists, but it's going to come. It's going to come as soon as our better players come back. But it's amazing to see that squad galvanised together where it's been such a tough period and come away with a big 3 points. Everton have posted this tonight, and it's they said this: the first win at Villa Park since 2016, 10 years, Blues. Credit to David Moyes. First win at Old Trafford since 2013. Credit to David Moyes. First league win, first ever league win at Bournemouth. Credit again to David Moyes. And another 3 points at Forest. Credit again to David Moyes, and credit to the whole squad. Do you know what, Blues? Why don't we try and find a way of playing like that at home? Just try and that team have a little bit more of the ball, um, I think it could go in our favour. We've just got to try and almost give away possession a little bit because we look dangerous. I thought Tierno Barry's hold up play is improving. Um, the amount of headers that he won yesterday, bringing others into play, he's improving. 3 goals in four goals this season. He's had a few goals ruled offside as well. He let us down in the FA Cup. Beto let us down as well. To see that level of striking when it comes to an important penalty, it's really, really disappointing. But we can concentrate now on this league. On this league position, we have a possibility of vastly improving, not just from this market, but if Everton did finish in a European place, the momentum's going to build, Blues. And I'm trying to be hopeful because I've got a feeling the shift pattern is going to change. The mindset is going to change at Hill Dickinson Stadium, and it just needs a real big convincing win. I know we've had a couple and we've let ourselves down in periods, but I don't think it's going to be long before Keenan Dewsbury-Hall's back. We know Idris is going to be back, and Illiman and Jai, they're going to be pumped from the AFCON. They're going to be ready for the Leeds United game. They may or not be, but I think they will be. We've got Michael King to return. We've got Jared Branthwaite to return. I do hope we purchase a fullback in this window. But again, I have to applaud what Nathan Patterson is doing because I do believe, and I've said this, I think Moyes got it wrong taking him out the side. He reverted the back then to Jake O'Brien at right back, and we're sick of seeing that, Moyes. We don't want to see it. We don't. If anything, with the players coming back, I'd then look to play Jimmy at right back or even Merlin Roll. I don't want to see Jake there anymore, Moisey. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to see it. And I hope we don't. Um, and do you know what? Sometimes I get it when you're playing against Arsenals and stuff and you want to create that low block and, but you're struggling to get out at all. You really are struggling to get out. And Patterson offers that. He offers that support on the right-hand side and he does them overlaps. And his defensive work was good. It was good again. Really good. Tarkowski, I thought, had a really good game. I thought he had a stinker against. I thought he had a stinker in the cup. He had a stinker against Wolves. I thought he was brilliant against Forest, though. But he had a really good game. Him and Jake O'Brien had a really good game. I thought Mikolenko was really good defensively. Tried to help and offer support when he could with Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish winning the free kicks really frustrated Villa. He had a really good game. He had a right composed on the ball. You ain't taking the ball off me, and if you are, I'm going to give away a free kick. Mikel Arteta used to do that when he played for Everton, like a matador on the ball. You're not taking it off me. You're not getting this ball. This ball is mine. And I love that in a player. And yes, sometimes Jack can be a little bit guilty of holding on the ball too much at home. And just in his play in general. But again, I want to see a better fullback in the future, attacking, who can offer that support for Jack. But again, I don't want to take anything away from these lads, what they've done in this away resolute Dogs of War performance. It's been a masterstroke again for the club and for David Moyes. Jimmy Gardner, superb. Merlin Roll, a serious amount of work that he put in last night. The amount of running, he looked good on the ball. He looked a threat as well. He had a chance after 11 seconds. We thought we were 1-0 up. And I don't know, I was like, oh, we needed that to go in. We needed to set up shop with that goal. That goal would have just made us solid, but we didn't need it. We even had a goal disallowed and we found a way, Blues. And we probed and we pressed and we forced Villa into a mistake. And Villa have got it in them to make defensive mistakes. They've done it against Palace. Sometimes they overplay a little bit at the back. And Everton were ready. Even Dwight McNeil covered his position well and did a lot of defensive work great. Obviously, he put a shot away where Martinez has saved, but for me, he spilled it. And Tierno Barry's been there on hand to finish so confidently. And he's looking confident. He looks happy in his interviews. And listen, if we can find And this is the, I don't like coming on here and being harsh, but I think Beto's been really disappointing this season. He found a little bit of form last season. He linked up quite well with Alcaraz, and he found a rich vein of form in front of the goal, and he scored some quality goals. Um, but this season he's not stepped up to the mantle. I expected a little bit more from Beto, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did move on. But I do. I hope Everton can bring in somebody who's got that little bit of quality, Barry, and he can bat off, he can work off, and he can learn from, and take a little bit of pressure off the lad because yeah, players need pressure, of course they do. Um, but we need another option as well. We do need another option, a more quality option. Not more quality than Barry. I'm not saying that, but just a different type of player who's got different qualities. Um, and yeah, if it's the Moroccan, he was upset last night. He was distraught. Whether Idrissa Gana Gueye and Iliman and Jai have had a chat with him. I presume they might have done. Obviously, it is, and does sound like a solid link. But let's see if Everton make this happen. I've read loads of rumours today of Callum Wilson again, Harry Wilson from Fulham. Now, that is a player I'd love at Everton. It doesn't say for this window, but maybe in the summer, definitely. He does know where the back of the net is. Such a composed player, very good on the ball. Um, so Blues, yeah, I'm going to leave this one there. I would love to see us potentially set up this way at home. Just, I don't know, just let the opposition have the ball a little bit more, and listen, we can take it to teams when we get all the players back. Don't get me wrong, but I like how we set up away from home. You see all the on the forums and all the comments. Can we ask the Premier League? Can we just play away every single week? Because I'm telling you now, we'd be top four now. If we did, we'd be up there challenging. This David Moyes, this Everton record away from home is nothing but superb. I remember there were a period of time where Everton couldn't pick up any points away. We really struggled to do that. So, Blues, amazing win last night, amazing win yesterday. Did I predict it? In my away mindset, I mentioned this already. I had a feeling we could have done, but off the back of what we've been watching and what we were feeling and what we've been seeing at the Hill Dickinson over that Christmas period, it was a tough watch. And you're seeing your players getting suspended, and you're seeing Jack getting suspended, Michael King for 3 games, and still got Keenan Dewsbury all out, and then you're reliant on like Tyler Diblin who struggled, and Dwight McNeil. But some players really stepped up yesterday, the likes of Merlin Rowe and Nathan Patterson. And we're gonna have a decent bench, boys. When everyone comes back, we're gonna have a decent bench. And listen, I'm gonna come on here and say I want Harrison Armstrong to stay. I want him to stay. I don't want him to go back to Preston. I don't. I'd even say send Dwight McNeil out on loan to Preston. Um, he's 19 years of age, just turned today. Happy birthday, Harrison Armstrong. He's playing like he's 26, 27. But we have 3 windows of opportunity in a game to make 5 substitutions. And these players need protecting. They do. They need protecting, Blues. If you can make 5 subs, you think of, Jimmy Garner, Idrissa Gana Gueye, Timmy Raburam, Dwight McNeil, Harrison Armstrong, Merlin Rowe, Charlie Alcaraz, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, Tyler Diblin, Iliman Njai, Jack Grealish, Tieno Barry, Beto, Dews, players there who they're all fighting for that central position and wide areas. There's options, Blues. The squad looks good. When they all come back, it looks good. And when we seen performances from Merlin, like that, he's got to find that level. He's got to build on top of that level, what we saw yesterday. And it's great to see Seamus Coleman even on the bench. You know, two right backs in the squad. I'll say no more. That's what we need. But so subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, click that bell to turn on post notifications. We're growing as a channel. All the links to my social media are in the description. Once you've liked this video, if you would hype the video as well, it just helps algorithms, and I really appreciate all the support. Up the toffees, and I'll see you in the next one.